Totoko? Totoko, where are you?
Welcome to stream. Decided to start a minute early because it's the start of the wave 5 of this defense mechanicus mission, so I thought I'd keep that in. Yes, let's start the wave. Tower defense, yes. We will not be able to stop this big guy. Can't tell you that much. Goodbye. It was nice meeting you. This one's pretty difficult because there's enemies coming from 3 different directions and they only meet up here at the end. So it's very hard to keep track of everyone, but to keep this guy alone out of my way, I'd have to plaster this whole path, I have a feeling. Thankfully, there's 10 enemies left and 12 need to escape for me to lose. So that will not happen, because these guys are not doing well. That big guy was tower offense, yes, correct. Look at him. Such offense. Much defense. I could deconstruct some things I've built on other routes to maybe stop him from getting through. I think that would take too much time. Also, these guys are mostly being frozen instead of actually being defeated, but they'll die eventually, I'm sure. Their shields break at least. Is it just these guys, or is there anyone else still lingering around too? No, just 2 enemies, so it's these 2. Got nicely rewarded. Exit Theater Mechanicus. And welcome to the loading screen of the day. Yes, they were very conductive. You could say they were super conductive. Welcome to Liyue, where we will be taking on the second part of Lantern Rite. Currents deep beneath the lanterns. I think I've read this last time. The highlight of the Lantern Rite is the release of the giant Mingxiao lantern into the sky. And this year's Mingxiao lantern is supposed to be a sight well worth the wait. The pole stride that will lift the lantern into the air is the largest in 20 years. For this special occasion, the merchants of Liyue have set up the Shao Market to gather the materials needed to build the lantern. When you arrive at the Shao Market, one of the event organizers, Wang Ya, seems to have something to say to you. And that is very much our task today. Talk to Wang Ya. That's just the same text. Okay. Let's talk to Wang Ya. Ah, it's this lady.
again, Wangya. How's the Mingxiao lantern construction coming along?
Good to see you two. The Mingxiao lantern is coming along smoothly, thank you. We're almost done collecting the required plastrite. The project should be completed in a few days. You'll have to come by when it's done.
Plastrite?
Mm-hmm. Plastrite is the main component of any Mingxiao lantern. Most of the donations we get from the city folk are either Mora or plastrite. A lot of them carve their heart's desires onto the plastrite they donate, as a prayer for good fortune and other blessings.
Paimon wants some good fortune too. Let's find some plastrite and make a wish.
Since you seem so eager to donate, how about you keep your eyes open for less common varieties of plastrite? Those are the ones we lack the most at the moment. One is called azurite. It is occasionally found in the northern part of Mount Tianheng. When azurite gets caught in the roots of ordinary vegetation, it sometimes produces bloaty floaties, which have floating seeds.
Oh, those things.
The other one is called Vermilionite, which is extremely dangerous as far as most people are concerned. In Guili Plains, old ruin hunters who have lost the power of flight use Vermilionite to keep themselves airborne.
Oh, those things. What makes them so special?
Well, they're just more stylish, I suppose.
And we are risking our lives for stylish now.
Actually, they're just blue and red varieties of plastrite. Gemstone merchants only gave them fancy names to try and impress their customers.
And we are risking our lives for that.
The difference in their features compared to regular plastrite might be minuscule, but the difference in price is astonishing. No, never mind that. Just bring some azurite and vermilionite back to me. I'm counting on you.
Obtain Vermilionite from the Ruin Hunter. I want the map, my friend. Is this it? Seems to be. We must give our lives for colors. Ruin Hunters are related to that big guy I couldn't beat in the tower defense minigame. I'm gonna put on some arrows. Because I'm not stupid. Because this guy can fly.
Dumpy Dumpty go!
Connection was gone now. Nothing was missed, I'm pretty sure. Aside from some health of this guy. Nope, it was definitely on my side. Not even sure if it was the internet, but OBS definitely turned off for a second.
Can't handle your drink, huh? Dumpy Dumpty go! Sparks and flash! Dumpy Dumpty go! Woo!
Well, there goes this guy. Vermilionite. didn't drop any of his usual stuff. Is it gone again? I mean, if it's gone again, you can't hear me asking it's gone again.
Ready, steady, go!
Okay. OBS did not turn off a second time, so I am confused. Also, we probably will still need arrows, because bloaty floaties are fought with arrows as well. Fought as if they are enemies, which they are definitely not.
Go, Barbara, go!
Go, Barbara, go. These guys, however, are enemies. Do you like that lamp? I like it too.
Boing, boing, boing!
I knew there was a drop I didn't see. Those are bloody floaties. Bloat and float, my friends. They are pretty much shooting challenges. Quite bloaty and quite floaty. Also very easy. Azurite. Did not lose our lives over some stones. Only barely.
I'm flying!
You are flying. Also the lights were suddenly turned on.
Wanya, we're back with a fresh supply of azurite and vermilionite.
One of each. I hope that's enough.
I knew I could count on you. Let me see. Yep, without a doubt, these are azurite and vermilionite. But don't you want to make your wishes? You brought back just enough materials for both of you. Come on, get carving.
Wishes are carved.
Done! Paimon prays for a bottomless stomach to eat more delicacies with.
Aren't you bottomless already?
And you? Let Paimon see. Huh? Well, that doesn't sound like something you'd wish for.
That's my brother's deepest desire. I really hope his wish will come true.
So you made a wish for him instead.
It's always food and brother with these two.
Don't you worry. Paimon will help you find him, and we'll spend the next lantern rite together. Then we'll release a gazillion shell lanterns to make up for all those wishes you've never had a chance to make.
We sure will.
If you're done with your carvings, you can hand over your azurite and vermilionite to me.
Miss Wangya.
Well, hello, Chang Chang. What's up, little missy? Can't find your granddad?
Or do you want your stuffed animal back?
Granddad said he's busy and I should go play on my own. I want to make a shell lantern, but I don't know how. Miss Wongya, could you help me make a shell lantern?
I can surely do that.
Sure thing, but promise me that you'll go back home as soon as we're done playing. With so many people at the festival, your granddad will be worried sick if you stay out too long.
Thank you, Miss Wongya. I'll be a good girl. I promise.
So you know how to make shell lanterns too.
I certainly do. That's how I made my first Mora, helping visitors make shell lanterns by the docks. Ah, good times. I should really stay here to keep an eye on the girl. Hey, could I bother you to go to the construction site at the dock and gather some building materials?
Happy to help.
Great, thanks. I appreciate it.
Construction site, this way. Great, thanks.
Look over there. That guy's acting very suspicious.
What guy?
Don't you
Oh, that
think?
guy. My big head was blocking him. Hello, Mr. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Hey, what you doing?
That's my question.
What you staring at me like that for? Get gone! Huh? All right. If you all won't get gone, I'm just gonna get going myself, I guess.
Wow. Paimon thought he might be a shady character? Then he opened his mouth and now Paimon's sure of it. He must have been up to something when he was crouching down on the ground, because as soon as he saw us approaching, he stood up and acted all innocent.
Sure is crouching again, though.
Paimon has a bad feeling about this. What could he be up to? Let's investigate.
Let's investigate.
Well, this area is full of construction supplies for the Mingqiao lantern. Paper, oil, wood. All highly flammable materials! On the last day of the lantern rite, huge crowds come out to watch the Mingqiao lantern being released. It can't be a good sign if there's a suspicious character lurking around somewhere so dangerous. If he's been tampering with the stockpile of lantern supplies... Let's get the materials we came for first. We can tell Wangya about the situation when we get back.
Paimon, you're taking this very seriously. Why?
Because everyone in Liyue has worked really hard for this. No one should be allowed to spoil it, period.
What's the real reason?
Oh, fine. There's so many delicacies in Liyue Harbor. Matsutake meat rolls, mora meat, almond tofu.
Are you reading those off a menu? That's a good face.
Hey, what you doing? What you staring at me like that for? All right. If you all won't get gone, I'm just gonna get going myself, I guess.
I was just gonna go between those two spots. Very suspicious.
That should be enough. Let's get back to Wangya.
I see you.
Lantern Rite Special Grilled Tigerfish.
Huh, I'm here.
Did you get the materials?
Sure did.
Ah, yes, these will do. Let me make a shell lantern for Ching Ching.
There's more.
We saw a shady character skulking around the highly flammable materials at the construction site. He looked like he was up to no good.
I see. Okay, please inform the Ministry of Civil Affairs about what you saw. I'll talk to Jingming. With so many people visiting for the Lantern Rite, we can't afford to ignore something like this.
Miss Wangya, is something bad gonna happen at the Lantern Rite?
Surely.
Not to a darling little angel like you, Chang Chang. Come on now, good girl. Head back to your granddad and don't get distracted along the way. We don't want to make him worry.
Civil Affairs.
Let's go, let's go.
Halt! This is the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs.
We're here to report a suspicious individual.
Yeah, we saw a shady-looking guy snooping around near the stockpile of highly flammable Mingxiao lantern supplies. We must defend the grilled tigerfish food stall at all costs.
Priorities have been met.
Goodness. This is a serious matter indeed.
Exactly what Paimon thought. Liyue Harbor's cuisine is the heart and soul of the city.
It seems we disagree on where the seriousness of the matter lies. But you're not wrong, my little friend. Rest easy. The Ministry of Civil Affairs has assigned a specialist to keep the Lantern Rite safe.
Who?
I will inform him of this matter and order him to step up vigilance in due course.
In due course? This is serious. Why not get your butt over there and tell him straight away?
I wish I could, but he's yet to return. He's taken a small team to Guili Plains.
I'll go to Guile Plains and tell them.
Huh? But you're a traveler, aren't you? You've come all this way for the Lantern Rite, and yet you are willing to lend a hand?
It's all we do.
Our pleasure. We're experts in this kind of stuff. We lend hands all the time. Oh, like the time we...
Leave it to us.
Really? Huh. Then we are indebted to you. Travelers are so kind these days. Ah, yes. No commission should go unpaid. I will take care of the compensation. Again, thank you both.
I'm not gonna say it, but loading screens seem to be going pretty fast today. Hopefully this will not change, now that I did say it when I said I won't say it.
I'm here. It's a hilly churro blockade. There's so many of them. Why would they gather together like this? We can't let them get away with being a menace to the people here. Let's show them what we've got.
Those obstacles look very flammable to me.
Boing, boing, boom! Jumpy, dumpy, go! Rolling it all up!
Oh, you're bombing me? Bad idea.
Shaken and stirred. Gee.
are you?
Chiachi sent us.
Oh, thank you. If it weren't for your help, today may have ended quite differently.
What are you doing here?
I'm in charge of keeping the Lantern Rite safe. A lot comes out of the woodwork at this time of year. There are thieves around every corner. I encountered one during my patrol just now, so I called a few men and we pursued them out here. Once we got here, we decided to split up. I was searching this area. The thief seems to have made a clean getaway, and I sure didn't bank on these monsters being here. I was just assessing whether it would be better to send for reinforcements or find another way to disperse them. And that's when you showed up and dealt with them. And thank goodness. I don't know how long it would have taken for the others to get here. Well, I need to get back to looking for that thief. But thanks for your help. Until next time.
Wait a second. We're not done here.
Oh, is there something else?
There's a suspicious character down at the harbor.
Another one? It's interminable. Right. When I get back, I'll get the other troops to be extra vigilant in the area.
Nobody is being passed here.
In the middle of the festival, too. What are they up to?
Do you get the feeling?
That the Ministry of Civil Affairs isn't up to the task.
Paimon thinks so too. The locals must take all their tasty treats for granted by now. But for a poor traveler, all alone out in the wilderness, often forced to survive on nothing but the most mysterious of mushrooms. For you, the Lantern Rite is the most important of all festivals.
Yes, Paimon.
So let's go back to the place where we witnessed the shady-looking guy.
And bomb him.
Paimon hears from patrol officers that criminals love to go back for another look at the crime scene after the event. It's a psychological thing, apparently.
But the crime hasn't even happened yet.
That's why there's no time to lose. When there's highly flammable materials involved, once the crime happens, it'll be too late.
Yes, let's bomb the flammable materials. Bomb them. Go back to the crime scene is the mission objective.
Aha! Knew it!
We should chase after him.
Wait! There's another person!
Well, hello there.
Jumpy Dumpty Go!
Well, not flammable enough, apparently.
What are you doing here?
Making things explode.
Huh? Xiao? Are you here for the festival?
I have no interest in Lantern Rite. I sensed a malign influence here. I'm here to investigate.
Well, welcome to the team.
When a shackle is loosened in the realms of deities and demons, I take full responsibility. But this time, the threat comes from the mortal world. Your world. Thus you shall take full responsibility, mortal traveler. When the time comes, I hope you shall act promptly and decisively. I do not wish for the tassel of the polearm that has slaughtered countless demons to become stained with mortal blood.
What's this?
Graffiti.
A symbol that your suspected evildoer left behind.
Paimon, do you recognize it?
Doesn't look familiar to Paimon.
Well, you will have to show me how much you can accomplish on your own strength. Because if I become involved, there is a possibility that the streets of Liyue Harbor will be painted red this lantern rite.
That would look pretty cool, I'm sure. Actually, quite a festive color in this part of the world.
Well, that sounds terrible. Let's not be impulsive. Why don't we figure out the origins of this symbol first? The one the suspected criminal left behind. Oh! Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that Kaya will know something about it.
Why? Why Kaya, of all people? Is he even here? Anywhere? No, he's 3,000 meters away. Let's just go ask Kaya all the way over in Mondstadt for some reason. Greetings.
Well, well. Long time no see.
Kaya! We went to the lantern rite in Liyue.
Ah, well. How was it? Fun?
Delicious.
Well then, you ought to be looking forward to Mondstadt's Ludi Harpastum. I'm sure it will be to your liking.
Is that gonna be another event with lots of food? Get to the point, Paimon.
Right. Kaya, there's something we need to tell you about.
Lantern supplies. Stockpile of wood, paper, and oil. At the very least, it sounds like an accident waiting to happen. How very amusing. What makes you think I would recognize this symbol?
You flirt with the dark side, so you would know.
Exactly.
You should watch what you say, honorary knight. What do you mean, flirt with the dark side? The Knights of Favonius certainly does not have dealings with its enemies.
Are you sure, Kaya?
That has to do with a certain knightly virtue called integrity. Anyway, I digress. This is the symbol of the cross-border criminal organization you know as the Treasure Hoarders.
Okay.
If you are curious to know more, I can put you in touch with an informant on the inside.
Because you have dealings with the dark side.
Didn't you just say the Knights of Favonius don't have dealings with their enemies?
This is my own personal informant. Nothing to do with the Knights of Favonius. A little later, make your way over to Windrise. I'll arrange for the informant to meet you there.
Sure.
Thanks, Kaya!
Oh, and remember, wine begets wisdom.
Huh?
Wine begets wisdom. Never forget. We're just jumping around the map. Make him hammered. Yes. That will help.
informant?
Informant? Not me.
But this is the place we agreed upon, and you're the only other one here, so...
Place we agreed upon? I know nothing.
Ugh, stop being so annoying.
Woman begets wisdom.
Okay, yeah, it's me.
Well, great.
How was any of that even slightly necessary?
What do you want to know about?
Here's the situation.
Okay, I see.
So, what can you tell us as an insider?
I do not think this is the work of the treasure hoarders. The reason the treasure hoarders are able to sustain a giant cross-border operation is because they abide by one fundamental principle.
Don't blow up a festival.
Caution. Softly, softly, catchy monkey is the name of the game for them. By contrast, the idea of taking huge risks to try and make a fortune is utter folly in their eyes.
Softly, softly, catchy monkey clap.
Liyue has the Adepti looking after it, doesn't it? And they're especially active during the Lantern Rite. There's just no way that they, slip of the tongue, when you've been undercover as long as I have. Where was I just now? Oh, yes. There's no way that they, the treasure hoarders, would dare make a move during the Lantern Rite. Also, the Treasure Hoarders organization in Liyue recently received an anonymous letter.
Why would someone send them an anonymous letter? Trying to frame them, perhaps?
Nobody knows. But what I can tell you is which branch of the Treasure Hoarders has the letter in their possession. There. I've marked their location on the map for you.
We're gonna beat that letter out of them, aren't we?
Great! Well, Paimon thinks this was productive. This is our only solid lead. Let's not waste it.
If there's nothing more, I should get back to treasure hoarding. Get back to those treasure hoarding lowlifes. To, spy on them.
Yes, I trust you. Completely. Completely. Let's go back to this team. Find the treasure hoarder's camp and set it on fire. Talk to them. But fire.
Let's dance.
Let me just quickly steal your stuff.
Sorry, pal, wrong way.
Wherever you think you're going, it's that way.
But isn't that the way to Liyue Harbor?
Right. Here is nowhere. So the other way is Liyue Harbor.
If you're looking for somewhere to stay, I suggest you go to the Wongshu Inn. Fair prices, great customer service, and a wonderful view.
Show us the letter.
How do you know about the letter?
One of Liyue's Adepti told us about it.
Did they now? I somehow doubt that.
You should not doubt it. It was I who sent them to investigate.
Oh, hello, Mr. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Any further questioning, you may direct to me.
Did you just appear out of thin air?
That's what he does.
You're the vigilant Yaksha!
Hey, watch your tone of voice. Or do you seriously want to pick a fight with an Adeptus?
Okay, it's not that we don't believe you're an Adeptus. It's just... everyone needs to look at the bigger picture here.
As you well know, we treasure hoarders are no serious threat to anyone. We're petty criminals, that's all.
So, if you are truly an Adeptus, please show us some mercy, would you?
Of course. If it turns out you're not a real Adeptus.
Then please, don't blame our weapons for treating everyone equally.
Well, you guys aren't very smart, aren't you?
Useless!
You're open!
Lament!
Please, my heroic friend and Adeptus buddy, have mercy.
The letter is drivel anyway. It's not worth an armed conflict. Just take it.
How about that? Paimon knew it all along. Let's see what they wrote.
Okay. Oh, thank you for the translation. Treasure hoarder, big folk. I have an opportunity so crazy lucrative yet feasible. Once a lifetime thing I all wouldn't wanna miss. Intrigued, right? Meet me in the dead of the night. I'll put my finest mask on to honor y'all guys and for y'all to recognize me. And I humbly recommend that there y'all do too. Just so that their authority don't recognize y'all folks. Anyway, I'm no snitch, of course. Just a kind reminder, I think that there's the way treasure hoarder do things right to put on cool masks. And I know y'all are cool folk. Cool folk gets along with a cool mask. There's no cool and I like cool things, yeah? So meet y'all there then. American Facebook mounted. Oh no. I can't write that. Both very good options. I was thinking Hilly Joels, but Hilly Joels wouldn't write that well, I'm pretty sure. Let's see who's right.
I see. Then let us send these two to the meeting. The sender may be plotting something truly diabolical for the Lantern Rite. It seems they want to burn down the entire city.
For some reason I'm getting a feeling they don't want anything diabolical at all.
Great, everyone's happy. You're good, we're good. However...
These two, they don't look anything like us.
It'll be fine. When we're in disguise, no one will be the wiser.
Just gotta put on a mask.
It still seems like a long shot to me, but with the help of an Adeptus, hopefully everything will turn out fine.
Well, the safety of Liyue is in your hands now. Good luck. Even the treasure hoarders don't want to see the city burned to the ground.
Then it is settled.
Wait,
What is it?
next time we meet,
Huh?
let's make it somewhere with a view of the Mingxiao Lantern.
I am not partial to crowded areas, especially at this time of the year. When this matter is resolved, come to Wongshu Inn. In previous years, the Mingxiao Lantern has been visible even from there.
Okay, it's a date.
He's vanished! Did he go back to Wongshu Inn already? But the time mentioned in the letter, that's today, isn't it? Come on, let's go to the meeting place. Paimon wonders what the sender of the letter is planning.
It's still the same letter, just right here. Meet the sender at the meeting spot. The meeting spot being here. Seems like it. Actually, that's a footwalk away. So let's footwalk. Don't need to put loading screens upon us even more than necessary. Oh, is that another... Who? Are you part of the quest, or did you just attack me for no reason? Either way, it wasn't a smart idea.
Stand clear. Animal test 6308.
No, they dropped the items. They were definitely not part of any quest. I was just walking towards that bloody floaty. Because for some reason there is one I have not found yet. And our goal is up this rock somewhere. Suspicious person, you're back.
All right. You folks from the treasure hoarders, yeah? I thought I insinuated in my letter there that you should have done like I done and put on a mask and a costume and so forth. But it seems you didn't all get the memo. It's pretty cool, though. Gutsy.
Well, guess what? We don't need to go sneaking around everywhere wearing disguises because, unlike you, we would never do anything so shameful that we would need to wear masks while doing it. Really? I was in the middle of my speech and everything!
Nicely fun. Nicely fun. This getup is pretty cool though.
Well, wait a second now. You folks ain't no treasure hoarders. What game are you two playing?
Genshin Impact.
Think you can bully me? Let the show begin. Think you can bully me? Tell us your diabolical plan now!
Okay, I give up.
Give up now, or feel the wrath of my Paimonial... Huh? You're giving up just like that?
I'm just a lowly apprentice thief who really looks up to the treasure hoarders.
Notice that it's funny that I'm not even using the main character. Well, she isn't all that great. I mean, I guess she could be if I wanted to.
An apprentice thief?
Yeah, for a greenhorn like me, especially working on my own and all, the treasure hoarders? Oh, man, they're my heroes.
Wait a second.
So, I thought I'd try and set up some sort of lucrative opportunity and submit my pledge of loyalty.
Wait a second. None of this is making any sense. Paimon was expecting a serial arsonist to be someone more sinister, evil-looking. But instead, we get you.
Arson? What the heck are you talking about?
Yeah, we are the only ones who make it fire.
Don't pretend. Paimon's seen you loitering around piles of highly flammable materials.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. But I was only checking the place out. My plan ain't got nothing to do with those lantern construction materials.
What was your plan?
Are you serious?
Well, I just wanted to nab me the biggest chunk of plaustrite in 20 years is all. I was gonna wait till nightfall, chop off half the tethers, float it out to sea.
And die out at sea.
Oh.
Then, all I'd have to do is find some way or another of bringing it down, so I could hide it underwater in the shallows. The perfect crime.
For a perfect crime, it sure has a lot of holes. For example, how exactly were you planning to bring down the plaustrite once it was airborne?
Well, I was still in the process of figuring out the details, hence why I hadn't made my move yet.
Yeah,
This guy is an imbecile.
true.
Okay, let's teach him a lesson.
Didn't we already beat him up? Stupid.
Now that the Millilith have gotten hold of that idiot, let's head back. We can notify the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Like, what's my traveler like right now? She's level 40. So she'd need a little bit of work. I mean, I'll give her some attention eventually. But getting upgrade materials in this game takes a while, so spending them on a character I'm not super interested in is not that great of an idea. Will I die if I just drop on that guy from up here? We will find out. No, not much damage.
Traveler, word spreads fast. We will keep watch over the thief. Thanks for your help. Looks like the Mingxiao lantern will be ready soon. A critical juncture. We cannot afford the slightest interference.
On the topic of keeping Lantern Rite safe.
Rest easy. Word was passed up the chain. Another group of very capable troops have been brought in. They're dressed as ordinary citizens. You wouldn't notice them in the crowd. If anyone dares make a move, they'll be on them in an instant. That's sorted then. You two get some rest, we'll take it from here. Enjoy the Lantern Rite in peace.
So, Paimon supposes that's taken care of then.
If only Xiao were here to see the Mingxiao lantern.
Paimon wishes so too. Guess he won't make it this time. Wait, do you remember what the inspiration for the Mingxiao lantern was?
An Adeptus?
Yeah, with a name like Sky Bracer or something. So if it's modeled on an Adeptus, maybe Xiao would be interested this time. On the day the Mingxiao lantern is ready, we can meet him at Wongshu Inn like he suggested, then try to persuade him. Even though he said you can see the Mingxiao lantern from Wongshu Inn, we should get up close if we want to get that festival atmosphere.
But I'm assuming that will be in part 3. Or not. Lantern Rite Tales 2. Guests flocked from afar. Quest complete. Let's check what's up. Yeah, unlocks in 3 days. Oh, that's just mechanical stuff. Armory upgrades. And that's the market. Okay, then I think we're done with the Lantern Rite for today. But not the stream, because we've only streamed for not even an hour. Well, almost exactly an hour, considering we started a minute early. So... last we left off on the main story, we met... what's her name? We were walking around with our moneyless friend. And then found... ah, right, it's written right here. The mysterious emissary Ganyu appeared before you at third round knockout. Claiming to have come at Ninghuang's behest, she invited you to the sky-faring palace known as the Jade Chamber. To that end, you and Paimon have come to Mount Tianheng, from where you can see the Jade Chamber in the distance. Let's continue from there.
Dodoko? Dodoko.
But now, actually with another team. Very much wonder how we will get to that floating palace.
Jumpy Dumpty Go! Jumpy Dumpty Go! Squirrel, Mark 2!
Burst forth! Witness my great undertaking!
Something's making a very bad sound.
Jumpy, jumpy, go!
No, I do not want to cook. I just want to climb this mountain in peace. Can I get through? Yes. And then fall off again. Can I find a spot to stand there? Yes. Whatever is happening to your legs does not look very comfortable. Probably can't elevate, no. Mountain climbing. Mountain climbing is so fun.
Look up there! That's the Jade Chamber!
Question is, how do we get up there?
This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is.
You should have asked that emissary, Ganyu.
Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, heading to its location on the map is the sensible thing to do. Let's look around. There has to be a way up there nearby.
Paimon can float, but can she fly? That's a question. Also, I have tried very much to get there before. Even using that thing. That exact thing, but it did not take me all the way.
Hey, look! There's some sort of mechanism thingy. Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber.
Maybe it's the way to the Jade Chamber?
Yes, this must be the way.
Like I've done this before, and it didn't take me far enough. Unless it does now. See, it doesn't take me high enough. That's hey! Don't just turn it off on me. Yep. That's what happened.
Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go.
Best we go back to Leo and ask the Miller.
Huh? Why?
Way up shouldn't be a secret, or...
Oh, Paimon gets it. If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't have let us try to find it ourselves, right? Alright, let's follow your plan. Then we can... Oh, hang on a moment. Look down there. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista.
that thing.
Paimon has a new idea.
Let's get shot up there.
Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista?
Do you really hate me that much?
No. Paimon may have just forgotten to think about the safety measures.
Maybe, huh? Still, I do remember that the ballista has a scope.
Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista to see if there's another way up nearby.
Or look for a cocoa goat.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Hallowed? What now? These are the wilds around Mount Tianheng.
Exactly. What are you talking about?
And you weren't here last time we did something with this thing.
We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat us like this? No. Wait. Maybe this was Ningguang's plan all along. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a Millilith ambush here to arrest us.
I'm quite sure that's not the case.
Now Paimon's mad! You! Over there! This is a trick, isn't it? How shameless!
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
Well, here they come! Line them up and knock them down!
Paimon, this is all your fault.
Animal test 6308! Animal test 6308! Absorption! Absorption test!
Two arms!
Animal hypostasis emulate!
Take the target alive!
Stand clear!
Attack! Bested! Who goes there?
More?
Swirl, Mark
Take the
2!
target alive!
Animal test 6308! Absorption test!
Feel this ancient power! Tactical! Retreat!
Beaten.
Are you giving up now? Where did you come from?
Stop! What's all this about?
It's all Paimon's fault.
Lady Kuching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong Ballista.
Oh, it's Kaching. I haven't met her at all yet.
Who are you calling strange?
You were just looking for the way to the Jade Chamber. Yep, it's Kaching.
You want to go to the Jade Chamber? Who are you?
We're invited guests here to look for the Liyue Qixing. Who are you?
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Qixing.
Oh,
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair, and yet it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that occurrence.
That was us.
These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
Well, they got beaten up for that.
So this was all a misunderstanding? Paimon never would have thought.
Thinking isn't that hard, Paimon.
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery, even to the Qixing.
That was...
Shh, Paimon, don't complicate the matter.
Eh? right. So, Lady Yuheng, might you have any idea why Lady Tiantren invited us to go to the Jade Chamber?
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liyue as well.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up. I'll say it like it is. They're underestimating us.
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect the gods or the Adepti.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Qixing? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here directly. How surprisingly civilized of them.
Any chance you could talk it out with them?
Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, Traveler. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule is packed to the gills all the way till next year.
Tell us how to go there.
The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each brings rich gifts as they visit, all to curry a little favor with Ningguang.
Favor?
Paimon, get serious.
But... Wait, that's right! Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture. We need to get one. Not to curry favor or anything, just to respect Liyue's culture.
So eager.
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first.
Please do.
You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion, and... well then. May we meet again, Traveler.
Well done.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person.
She made a good impression on me, too.
So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her?
You really have shifted focus, haven't you, Paimon?
Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night! Sugar-frosted slime!
You think that's a good idea?
Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for a super rich person like Ningguang.
Slimes?
Why don't we go with that for a gift?
So, do you have a recipe?
Nope! But Paimon's sure that we just need to make it with some boom shakalaka.
I can make boom. I can make boom very well.
Let's go gather ingredients. Time waits for no one, and neither will our riches.
What flavor of slime, indeed. Look for the ingredients Paimon needs. We'll do so immediately. There's slimes right here. Why not just take those? Also, I'd love to go beat up that guy. But not today. No distractions. What kind of ingredients are here? Aside from, obviously,
Ooh,
slimes.
look at that slime. It looks crystal clear and very delicious. That's the one. Absorption test. Stand clear. La la la. Boo! Yeah. Boo!
Oh, okay.
Jumpy dumpy go!
There's another slime.
La la la. Woo!
Don't think I don't see you.
Jumpy dumpy go!
You're not on my list, but I'll eat you anyways.
Boing boing boom!
Oh, we are at this place. Oh, wait.
Huh? Is it just Paimon? Or is there a sweet fragrance in the air?
Sugar slime?
Huh? Did you hear that?
It sounded like someone's calling for help. Or singing.
No! That was definitely someone in trouble. It came from those ruins over there. Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarders have locked someone inside.
Can we eat those?
Ready, steady, go!
Hi.
Dumpy Dumpty! Animal hypostasis emulation!
Come into being!
Animal test 6308.
The hunter.
You're open!
Oh no, that guy has a shovel. We are doomed. Let's set him on fire. Oh hey, our ingredients. Sweet flour, extra sweet flour, and sweet flour. Get out.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders, when their mood was good, they'd rearrange those pots of sweet flowers. When they were in a bad mood, they'd rearrange my face.
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us all at once or anything.
I understand. Don't worry, I will compensate you both.
There's really no need.
Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk around these mountains in search of antiques. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Before I knew it, they'd caught and imprisoned me. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name it. Well, as long as you want what I have to offer, of course.
We're looking for slimes to eat. Your goodwill is good enough for me.
Wait a moment. Actually, we are looking for something.
Oh? And And what might that be?
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use to store snacks.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service in the 7 nations. Now just give me a moment and I'll let the boss know. You can go see her whenever you require that box.
Great! Paimon Sugar Frosted Slime now comes in a beautiful package.
Great. Upgrades. Don't we still need an ingredient, or do we have everything you wanted, Paimon? Guess we do. I don't actually need to go up.
get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Mung already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Mung. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue doing business. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history. It's already been cleaned. Will it do?
No, we want one with 150 years of history.
Yep. It's great! Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Sure. Please help yourselves. As long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome.
Why do you want a giant pot?
If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack.
Paimon, why?
It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime! Carefully now. Into the box it goes and dust it over with a bit more powdered sugar.
At least you didn't make me cook it.
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations, too.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful!
It looks better than it sounds, I'll tell you that much. I'm still not sold on this gift idea.
Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the Jade Chamber to see Ningguang.
I'm still not sold on it. Great! Icing on the slime. Look for the guide to the Jade Chamber. Oh, up the stairs.
Ta-ta-ta! Woo! Ta-ta-ta! La la la! Ta-ta-ta! Woo!
We have returned to the crime scene once more. Don't think we've walked up these stairs before, though.
Though the clouds may darken and light,
There's literally just an elevator.
still the moon over the chamber roams.
I wonder if we were somehow stopped from going up here, or if I just never saw those stairs.
According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
All these phrases today.
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Very much so.
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
Well, we are up now.
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
It's Ningguang! Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
It's my first time coming to a place this high up.
This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations.
This Taekwon does not lack for ambition.
Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wongshu Inn.
Wait! Was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? No. Everyone at Wongshu Inn is one of ours.
Sure, I'd translate that like that. We also ran into the Yuheng not long ago.
At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest.
Kaching said that the Quixing would not wish ill on Rex Lapis.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings. Sky
is the limit. I could speak to Ningguang. Or I could push off. No. Or I could look around a bit, considering this is new. Can talk to Bai Shi and Bai Wan.
Physically demanding job.
But Senhai. Welcome to the Jade Chamber. How may I be of service? Hello. Who are you? I am Lady Ningguang's bodyguard, traveler. What business brings you here? What can you tell me about Ningguang? Ah, so you are one of those who wants to find out Lady Ningguang's secrets, are you? Unfortunately, I know no more than you do. Lady Ningguang has never been one to let her guards get too close. I'm only in this post in the first place thanks to my cousin. Bai Xiao pestered her about the idea constantly, and even then she only agreed to it reluctantly. Your cousin? I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. Shh, keep it to yourself, okay? If anyone asks, you heard nothing, and especially not from me. What about physical training? Oh, are you interested in training too? Perhaps we should find a place to do some sparring one of my off days. Although my role in the middle life is mostly an administrative role, I'd still prefer to stay fighting fit when I can. That's why I often take odd jobs that involve physical labor, a little extra muscle mass, where it counts does wonders for one's appearance, don't you think?
La la la.
I wonder if I can come to this place anytime I want now. There are limits. But also I'm not seeing a whole lot that anyone would want to do up here.
Da da da. Da da da. La la la.
We can climb on it, so we can get even higher. If our stamina doesn't run out. Can't go inside here. This doesn't seem very climbable. I say climb it. Sure, getting high up now. Can we get to the very top? It's overhanging in a way that makes me feel like we can't. No, that seems quite impossible. But okay, there doesn't seem to be anything worthwhile to look at up here.
Understood.
I need a more physically demanding job.
Nice.
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War.
Only in the broadest of strokes.
Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions?
Why hide the Exuvia then?
That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvia was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, Traveler?
It's him, isn't it? Him. Him. Him?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered.
I'm Paimon right now.
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete. So please, this way.
His infernal majesty. So please.
I need a more physically demanding job.
In we go. Is it bigger on the inside?
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Nice painting. Slash door, I guess. Can't quite tell what's under. Colors are matched well, yes, even with the lady. Don't have fish for me to steal though, so that will reduce some points. There may be other things to steal there, like the Meadow of Gems. And some neatly stacked scrolls. Neatly stacked pile of scrolls. Each sheet of paper is as thin as an insect's wing. Perhaps they are just calligraphy works? Wasn't there a second thing shining? Or was that just the scrolls, I guess? Can I sit on your chair? Oh. Customs of Liu. Receiving God. Though mountains be raised and the ground beneath our feet crumble, never may the contract change. Word alone is the bedrock of which Mount Heng stands firm against the tides of ingenious machinations. Sadly, I can't take a picture while sitting. Or can I? Very good. This is important. Do not question me. Your feet do not even touch the ground. Background blur, look at camera, hide character, hide personal info, that's good. Stand by thinking, alpha pose. Happy! Yes, very good. This is the perfect picture.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
I mean, I enjoyed myself just now, so we can go to business now. Is that what I think it is?
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust.
Can put your trust on one side and me trusting you on the other.
But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching...
Can also put those on both scales. I'd go with Kaching and her skepticism of the divine.
You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power.
I surmise that the Fatui has a hand in these rumors.
Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include us?
Seriously, Paimon? Seriously?
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
But I already took something. Let's not tell her.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that! Let's see, what should we get?
Her table.
One of the sheets on that wall!
Paimon?
Don't look at Paimon like that! One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell for. Let's grab one! The biggest one!
Really? Really, Paimon?
Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Let's see what's written over here. Sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research, copy. Huh? Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the Sigil of Permission. Oh, Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue. Spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on the Archon's body and whatnot. But research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to.
Maybe they want permission.
Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out.
It's all unfolding a little too perfectly. Ningguang is clearly trying to steer us there.
Oh, you really think so? Well, should we not go then?
No, what I mean is...
Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says for ourselves. That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us. Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something.
There's some nice lighting going on her hair.
Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good there.
Ningguang's famed wall of business intelligence, densely packed with pages of information pulled from countless sources. There are reams of information here: shipping schedules, profit and loss accounts, warehouse inventories, road safety reports, diplomatic intel. The scope is breathtaking, as is the level of detail, and all the information is up to date. Only the sharpest and most meticulous mind would be able to cut through the clutter and discern the connections between all these disparate strands of information. That's why Klee is here. Solitary fragrance. I guess we are done up here.
Sorry.
Head to the location marked on papers now. The gorgeous phoenix sash woven from golden thread, then that figure-hugging silk dress. And last but not least, the lace lingerie. Oh my. Carry on as you were. Where was I? Ah yes, let's not forget the perfume. Are you alright? Where did you come from? It's very rude to sneak up on people like that. Can't you see that I'm busy picking out clothes from Lady Ningguang? I practically worship Lady Ningguang. You worship her? In what way? Intellectually? Spiritually? Or... Well, whichever it is, keep it to yourself. Don't get any ideas above your station. Lady Ningguang is a very busy person. She has no time for your fanaticism. Let me teach you a thing or two about diligence, and then you ought to go and reflect on your actions.
This gives good market insight.
I got a guide to diligence. You are drooling. I have no idea what you're talking about. I am simply devoted to Lady Ningguang's image, that's all. Someone like her, who has all the cares of the world on her shoulders, should never have to waste an iota of her great mind on something as mundane as picking her own clothes. In any case, as her secretary, it is my paramount duty to concern myself with her outward appearance. It's just that now I start thinking of Lady Ningguang's elegant form as she stands before the masses, or her silhouette as she changes her clothes, or her perfect body glistening like polished jade as she emerges from her bath. I just... Oh my.
Lady Ningguang looks stunning today.
Yes, just applaud that. Welcome. Are you here to meet with Lady Ningguang? That I am. As we expected, your aims correspond to the intelligence we have on hand. If you're looking for Lady Ningguang, You have come to the right place. This is the Jade Chamber, the foremost intelligence hub, the epicenter of all important decisions in Liyue. Although, based on the interloan file, we estimated you would arrive a whole 2 hours earlier than you actually did. Well, we got lost. I must reflect on the cause of this discrepancy. Was our source at fault, or did we make an error in our calculations? I really respect Lady Ningguang. Many people do, including myself. Ningguang's words can move mountains, and everyone knows it. My task is to help oversee Lady Ningguang's intelligence network. Lady Ningguang's razor-sharp mind tears through vast amounts of information at pace. It quickly reaches a verdict. These pearls of wisdom are then discarded from the Jade Chamber, giving guidance on prosperity to the world below. Do you too wish to learn of such things? Got a guide of prosperity? Yes. Let's jump from the highest island in the sky. It's only 900 meters away, we can totally fly that far. We can't, can we? Well, we can try. See how far we get from here. We're totally gonna run out of stamina somewhere along the way. But it's nice to see all those lanterns flying from above. We will not get over that cliff, so I'll better steer this way. We're not gonna reach it. We're not gonna reach it. Gonna drop. Yep. Let's just teleport. Alright, can't take Ningguang back out of our party before I get into a battle. I mean, she is level 50 and one of my better equipped characters, but still.
Let's investigate this further.
That's... I see Fatui. Lots of Fatui.
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us too. Stand clear.
Send this quickly!
Live! Witness my great undertaking!
Stay right where
Coming to be!
Dumpy Dumpty go! Blazing delight!
see the fat one, but where is the wee one? That's a good question.
La la la.
Send this quickly.
Coming to be.
Boing, boing, boom! Animal test 6308. Throw them all up. Yeah. Yeah.
Send this quickly.
Burst forth. Coming to be.
Absorption test. Absorption test. Ready, steady, go!
Live! Witness my great undertaking! Burst forth!
Boing, boing, boom!
Send this quickly.
Dumpy, dumpy, go!
Live!
This isn't good.
Let's dance!
Oh, next one already got attracted to us, huh? Where are you? That's a nice place to stand.
Animal test 6308. Absorption test. Let the show begin.
An unfortunate fault.
Stand clear.
How did you say it, Baba? Does sound slightly different, doesn't she?
Shouldn't get careless.
It's possible.
Let's move. Have a load of this. Cook this through.
So anyways. What are they researching?
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. What are they for?
Looks like they're copying the pattern on the talisman.
Paimon's seen this pattern before. But where?
That permission thing?
Oh, Paimon
Yeah.
knows! It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Suspicious.
It's not just a relic. Also, that one guy from the last stream had one.
Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission in hopes of achieving a similar effect. Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous.
Seems the Fatui are definitely up to something.
And the plot thickens. We'll need to keep an eye on Child, that's for sure. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with Zhongli soon. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go! Paimon hates being late.
Let's not be late. Let's marsh it up. Let's maybe not walk through that guy. We can. Don't want to be tower offensed.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly.
Business people are always friendly when it suits their interests.
Yeah, her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. She thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh, so you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart, though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions.
Ningguang is highly intelligent and ambitious.
Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
No surprises there.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least.
Now they are trying to reproduce the Sigil of Permission.
No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qingse Village has glaze lilies. Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask her.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. They won't do it all. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers.
So you need me to sing?
That's correct. Your singing will surely bring out the strongest fragrance from the flowers.
So how good is your singing?
I'm a pro, just step back and listen.
Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
We'll only know once she starts singing.
Search for the wild glaze lilies with Songli. I mean, we have Barbara. Barbara can sing. Also, those weren't hard to find.
It's time to sing, whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
She actually sang Barbara's song.
Absorption test. Boing, boing, boing. Enhanced animal module 75. Don't break my glasses. Boing, boing, boing.
Feel this ancient power. Burst forth.
Absorption test. Stand clear. La la la. Da da da. Animal test 6308. Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
Those flowers put up quite a fight.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
Excuse me.
Well, it's the Coco Goat.
Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... What's her face? Paimon can't remember.
Her name is Ganyu, but greetings, Yangu.
Yangu? Who's that? You've completely forgotten my name, haven't you?
Coco Goat.
Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, you know.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
It isn't a secret, so perhaps you just assumed we knew.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Huh. Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard.
So that means...
Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7.
That's not a great thing, considering who Barbados is.
The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's God of Dendro. He is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Qilin. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War.
Could have just flown us up there. Don't you have infinite flight?
After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day.
So you're half Qilin. That explains the horns.
Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Oh.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too. Thanks, Ganyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished.
Well, it's been a long preparation.
Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Zhongli, you seem suited to working in agricultural development.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
Let's. Those flowers already almost destroyed us. See, that's the same song we sang. La 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 la. See, I can do it too. Surely I will not be attacked by flowers because of it. I mean, Mondstadt is based on Germany, so it is almost the song of my people. Almost.
This atmosphere is highly abnormal. It seems as though something big has happened. We should ask around a little, just to be safe.
Hey, Felix.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wongshu Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millelith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing.
Obviously it is.
She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millelith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
You can't just stand by and watch.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wongshu funeral parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wongshu funeral parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
I have the fuse in my party. Anti-explosions.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword. So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse?
That ginger guy. You know, Mr. More Money Than Sense. That child.
Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him. He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really bad. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
Follow me. I have a feeling. Is it correct? Nope, it's not correct. I thought he'd be at the spot where we first met him. What's that? Huh?
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
I do not know what that is, but it's on the way. Yeah, I'm just gonna go meet Child and probably create some sort of cliffhanger before we're going to finish off for today. Because there will be at least one more event day, which probably will end quickly enough that we can do some more story again afterwards. This has nothing to do with the story, but something wrong? Oh, you. Pleased to see you, though I certainly wasn't expecting to run into you today. Anyway, have you seen the Tianqing Valley of the Nantian mail lately? The guild has been receiving a constant stream of reports about earthquakes in those areas. It's just minor tremors at first, but they have been getting more and more serious since then. Not long ago, received words of particularly strong earthquake that caused part of the mountains and ruin to collapse, revealing a gigantic cavern. Reports also mentioned that some unknown monsters have been sighted in the area. Based on the description, they may well be none other than the Geovishaps and Primal Geovishaps that terrorized Liyue. Do you need any help from me? Well, I'd like to ask you to head to Tianqing Valley to investigate that huge cavern and report on the impact of the earthquake on the surrounding environments. As for the monster, if it's true that they appear in great numbers, then we cannot afford to ignore them. We must decide on what countermeasures to take. Of course, this counts as official work for the guild, and you will be compensated accordingly. What do you think? Judging by your impression, did something happen? Oh, I've been there. Alright. Have you now? Well, you're an elite adventurer after all. It's no surprise that you follow the scent of danger wherever it leads you. So about the Primal Geovishaps and Tianguang Valley. A giant cavern ruin with a Primal Geovishap within it. Okay, I think I understand. Thank you for coming to me with this news. I'll handle the paperwork and make an official report to the guild. What's with that area anyway? According to some text, Tianqiu Valley was once a prosperous settlement at some point in the ancient past. As to how come it came Be the way it is now, it seems to have something to do with the rampage of an ancient Dragon King. There aren't a lot of details available about the incident, but legend has it that Rex Lapis and his Adepti eventually imprisoned it within some sort of Adepti realm. Servants then fled into the depths of the earth and entered into a deep slumber, waiting for the day when the Dragon King would rise again. Does that mean that these monster sightings... Haha, those are just folk tales, you know? No one knows how true they are. Regardless, these constant earthquakes and the sudden appearance of those monsters are matters that demand our immediate attention. Right, please take this as our payment. Thank you for the information you provided. Much information. This is a quest, was a quest about Primo Geobishop, which is a new boss added in this patch. Maybe we'll do it next stream, just for fun. It's a pretty interesting boss. Have I even been up here yet? I get a feeling that I wasn't. This doesn't look familiar. Which is weird considering it's huge. I guess I can also end here. I think this is a decent cliffhanger. Next time on the stream, more of the Lantern Rite and finding child at the Golden House. What could a child be doing at the Golden House? Surely nothing bad. Surely nothing bad. Thank you for watching today, and see you next stream. Good night. Make golden children. Yes. Yes, that's surely what he's doing. Can't trust child with anything.